Previously, I covered moving averages and oscillators. So technical indicators that are moving averages or oscillators. What those things are, how to use them when trading Forex. Any other technical indicator can be referred to as an overlay. It overlays the chart, hence the term overlay. It lays over the price chart. So if a technical indicator isn't a moving average or an oscillator, it can be an overlay. There are many overlays that I could go through with you. I'm going to go through three of the most commonly used technical indicators that are overlays. That's Bollinger Bands, Parabolic SAR, and Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? I've been through a lot of technical indicators with you in this course. Really, all you need to know is price action. So the swings, the patterns, Japanese candlesticks, some moving averages, and an oscillator. That's what I use. So my personal setup with a chart is looking at the price action with my Japanese candlesticks, the patterns it forms. I use an RSI and a couple of moving averages. That's all you need really. But some people like to use more indicators or like a single overlay rather than an oscillator. It's really down to your personal preference and what you feel helps you analyze the market. Overlays, the indicators I cover in this video, are my least favorite indicators, and you'll probably get that feeling because I'm not going to go into them in that much detail, but there will be videos in future that go into these indicators in much more detail. So if you really are interested in Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, I will create a video at some point that will go through that in detail and how to use that when trading Forex. So here we go, Bollinger Bands. This is what Bollinger Bands look like. You have a band above price, below price, and then a center band. There's a number of ways these indicators, including this one, can be used to trade Forex or any financial market. One of them is the Bollinger Squeeze. So these bands, they get tighter as they do here. So the bands are very tight, close together here. That generally signals that price could soon break out and trend. So it then breaks down and starts trending. So these Bollinger Squeezes, what they're saying is there's a lack of volatility, there's a lack of movement, things are getting quiet, be prepared for some movement. So it's kind of like a range. So prices started ranging, it's going to break out and move in some sort of direction, or possibly could. It's just a signal. Nothing is guaranteed. Another way these bands can be used is if price is at one of the upper or lower bands, that can signal market momentum. So if price is hitting, say, this lower band, as it is here, that can suggest there's currently short-term downside momentum. And as price moves away from that lower band, that can signal that the momentum is over. So in this case, we hit this lower band and price just keeps falling. We move off the band and then we move sideways. And the same with the upper band. And there's not many great examples here, but we hit this upper band here. We continue to move higher. Once we close away from the band, we actually start coming down. So there's a couple ways you can use the Bollinger Band indicator. Is that Bollinger Squeeze, but also momentum. Is price touching? Is it hitting one of the bands, the upper or lower band? One final thing to mention is price will always return to the center band. No matter how strong a move up or down, price will always return to that center band. I personally don't use Bollinger Bands. They're used more commonly in stocks than Forex, but you might really like Bollinger Bands and you might find a use for them. This is the Parabolic SAR. This is another indicator that signals momentum. Basically, if you have 3 dots below the price action, that can signal an uptrend. You can see the price moves up. If you hit 3 dots above, that can signal a downtrend, so bearish momentum. This is another momentum indicator, signaling bearish moves and bullish moves. Once again, it's never guaranteed. We have 3 dots here, and price doesn't move down, actually moves up. So it's just a momentum indicator. 3 dots above, Once you hit 3 dots, things can move down. If you hit 3 dots below, things can move up. We have a range over here with lots of 3 dots above and below. Price doesn't really go anywhere. So once again, nothing is guaranteed. It's just a signal. It's meant to be used along with your price action analysis, along with an oscillator maybe, and support and resistance, and lots of other things to give you an edge. These things are never meant to be traded by themselves. This is the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. This green cloud, this is the Iki cloud. This is probably the most important part of this indicator when it comes to trading. This can act as support and resistance. You can see as price reaches this cloud, it generally does reverse. So this cloud can act as support and resistance. Obviously support when it's below price, resistance when it's above price. This blue and red line are moving averages. So you have a moving average crossover, signals potential change of market direction as covered in a previous video in this course. And then this green line just shows market momentum. I don't want to go into great detail about all of this. Once again, there will be a video later on that covers this. We have come to the end of the course, and this video has been very brief and quick, I understand that, but this is the end of the course where we put everything together, we bring up a chart like this, and you should be able to read it. So you've learnt about Japanese candlesticks, you've learnt about how price swings when it trends, you've learnt about support and resistance, channels, moving averages, oscillators, and lots of other things. Even more than that has been covered in this course, but you now have this chart which you probably could not read or understand at all before this course. But now you have a chart where you can see, oh, price is downtrending. I can see the swings, lower swing highs, lower swing lows. It's moving between support and resistance with this bearish channel. We have horizontal support and resistance across the chart. We have this oscillator that's showing if the market's overbought and oversold, or oversold if it's going to reverse. We have our moving averages, which are coming down and bearish, suggesting that the downtrend could continue. There's even more we could analyze from this chart, but hopefully you can look at this chart and understand it, whereas before this course you probably couldn't. You have now learnt the basics of technical analysis. I have plenty more free content on my channel. Head over to my website, I have even more there. These courses are better taken on my website because there's written content along with the video content, and there are links to other content too that can be useful. So thank you so much for watching. I'm here to help you. Any questions, use the comment section below. Any support is appreciated, and I'll speak to you in another video.